Hi, it's Rich Tehrani here at SuperCom 2009. I'm in the TMC newsroom in Chicago, Illinois. And it's day 2 of SuperCom, and today we're going to be speaking with Irv Shapiro, who is the CEO and CTO of Ifbyphone. And Irv, how are you?
I'm doing great. Spectacular.
Welcome back to our program.
Well, thank you for having me back.
So for those people that are learning about your company for the first time, can you just give us a quick overview of what you do?
Absolutely. We do something very simple. We automate phone calls. Any phone call for any size business. So I can give you 3 very simple examples. The first is your company wants to have a toll-free or a local number. Your customers call that number, and you want them, without involving any people, to be able to check the status of their order. We do that. If during the call they want to then transfer to your office, to your call center, to people working from home on plain old telephones, we do that. The other side of the equation is, let's say you're in the appliance business and you deliver refrigerators and 20% of the time people aren't home. Well, that costs you money. So instead, why not call those people the morning of the delivery, confirm they're going to be home, all completely automated, and if they want to reschedule their appointment, transfer that call to your office, to your call center, or once again to people working from home. We do that. And finally, if you want to survey your customers, reach out to your customers in any way by using voice, we do that. So we automate phone calls with interactive voice response, inbound, outbound, and scheduled or interacting with a website.
So if I'm a carrier,
Yes.
why would I work with you?
Well, because over the last 2 years, we've built a direct customer base of over 16,000 customers and handle millions and millions of phone calls. And now we're offering the Ifbyphone technology private label to the carrier community.
Okay, so I'm a carrier and I call you up. I see this video, I'm excited. I call you up and I want to offer a private label to my customers. What does that enable me to do in essence?
It allows you to have a private label self-service portal that small, medium-sized businesses can use to provide for their businesses some of the capabilities that historically are only available to enterprises. So by pointing and clicking, they could set up a network-based call queue. They could set up routing of calls based on time of day, caller ID. They could set up an IVR, and they could do this as a customer of carrier ABC, completely private labeled, without you having to buy any equipment, install any software, just by partnering with Ifbyphone.
So basically taking advantage of cloud technology to offer the holy grail of telecom, which is enhanced services, to customers with no upfront costs, basically.
With no upfront costs, and as importantly, because it's so easy to do with Ifbyphone, you can do it for small, specialized segments. So let's say you find that in Orlando, that as a carrier, you have a large number of medical practitioners. And you'd like to go to those existing customers and say, we can do patient reminder calls for you now, and we can give you a self-service portal to schedule your reminder calls. In just days, by partnering with Ifbyphone, you could provide that service to a limited geography, a limited group of people, because you don't have CapEx costs, because you don't have deep engineering costs, because it's cloud-based.
Now, Irv, what you're explaining, though, doesn't actually only apply to a carrier that, let's say, services the Florida area. I would imagine if I was an entrepreneur or a reseller, I could also private label your service and also go to, let's say, medical practitioners nationwide, worldwide?
Absolutely correct. Today, our primary service area is the US and Canada. We do have the ability to terminate calls anywhere in the world, but we're most cost effective in the US and Canada. But in fact, the 3.1 release that just came out this week has enhancements for resellers, for advertising agencies, for marketing firms. What we found is we have about 300 organizations now reselling our services to small, medium-sized businesses and even to enterprises throughout the US and Canada. But we made it a little too hard for them. We required that if they resold to 100 different customers, that they'd have to keep track of the account information for those 100 customers. We've now collected all of that information together into a reseller carrier portal. So as a partner of ours, you go to one place to manage your customer
So
base.
it's just an aggregation of each of those accounts to allow you to maybe summarize totals and to see what's happening. Maybe would you be able to map out trends and things like that, or is
Absolutely.
that coming? Okay.
You can absolutely map out trends. You can look at reporting across those accounts. But as importantly, you can maintain and support those accounts. So that in your call center, if a call comes in with a question about their account, you can, even though your customer may have self-provisioned the services, you can look at their account and help them out. Now, in addition, specifically for the advertising and marketing industry, we've also released, with this release that came out this week, a campaign management subsystem. So if you're an agency and you're running 100 campaigns and you want to do reporting and analysis across a campaign to find out what IVR dialogues are working, what telephone numbers are generating the most number of leads, what television ads are working, because you run different numbers on different ads. We've released a new campaign management subsystem for the advertising industry. So with 3.1, we've enhanced our capabilities for carriers, resellers, and agencies.
That's great. Irv, well, congratulations on all the good work, and I wish you luck with the 3.1 release, and looking forward to having you on the program at future events, etc.
Thank you very much. I always enjoy chatting with you.
Likewise.
Bye-bye.